It's 200 metres individual medley for SM6 athletes. The world record holder Ellie Simmonds in lane number 4 for Great Britain. There's Ellie Simmonds. Looking serious there, walking behind the block. She has dominated this event the last few years. It's an event which she didn't do in her early career, but right from the European Championships back in 2009, she has won every major title. Lardier from France in lane number 1. Zavali from Ukraine in lane number 2. What's this young lady going to do? Mereshko finished ahead of Ellie Simmonds in the 50 freestyle yesterday. Can she pose a threat this time? Ellie Simmonds, the world record holder, world champion, Paralympic champion, goes in 4. Oksana Krul from Ukraine in 5. Anastasia Deildarova from Russia in 6. Krul and Deildarova will be away fast. Bjornsdottir from Iceland in lane 7. Fanilish in lane number 8 for Hungary in the outside lane. Ellie Simmonds, world record set at the World Championships last year. 304.41. Can she defend a European title? The women's 200 metres individual medley SM6.
Well, on paper, Simmonds absolutely light years ahead of the rest of the field. Doesn't look it from the start on the butterfly, of course, because that's where she has her main disadvantage because of her height. Great butterfly from Oksana Krul. I've seen her already this week, Paul, and she's been looking great. Those arms extended out in front. There we can see superb streamlined position, really minimises the effect of her disability, maximises the effect of what she can do. Right, it's on the bilateral strokes where Ellie Simmonds really strikes, the backstroke and the freestyle in particular. She's not bad on the breaststroke. Butterfly, probably her weakest stroke, so she's got that one out of the way now, and expect Ellie Simmonds to start moving up through the field. Here we can go, see Ellie Simmonds, lovely shoulder roll, very, very even. Oksana Krul, butterfly kick on the back. The same for Anastasia Deildarova. But outside that, Mereshko going well, Paul.
Yeah, Mereshko going very well. It's very interesting. We haven't seen Mereshko at the major championships. We know that she's a very strong freestyler. She's just ahead of Ellie Simmonds in the fly. And she looks like she's stretching away from Ellie on this backstroke leg. Breaststroke could be vital though. Deildarova, we expected her to go well on the backstroke. And she may go quite well on the breaststroke. It's Mereshko who touches first, Deildarova in second. Ellie Simmonds now will want to get back on terms with Mereshko as they move on to the freestyle. Remember, Mereshko finished ahead of Simmonds on the 50 freestyle yesterday.
Well, Mereshko actually had a cheeky look over there at the rest of the field as these 4 middle lanes square up. Ellie Simmonds, of course, can deploy that devastating freestyle as she comes home. She is by far and away the best 400-meter freestyler in the world. But actually, this is a good performance from Mereshko, Paul. Wouldn't have expected either her or Oksana Krul to be this close to Ellie Simmonds at this point in the race.
Well, Oksana Krul is going to struggle on the freestyle. I don't think she's going to be a threat to Simmonds or Mereshko, but Simmonds has got a vital lead over Mereshko of some 3 seconds, and that could be very vital when it comes to winning the gold medal, but Ellie Simmonds has just gone off that turn.
Well, the turn from Mereshko was an absolutely awful one, and that really cost her, but she's actually not lost as much ground to Ellie Simmonds as perhaps we thought she should. She should, or she would. Ellie Simmonds looking absolutely great. Hasn't got the limb range that you'd expect from a great freestyler, but nevertheless it's the balance that makes it count.
And she's coming into the final 5. Let's have a look at the clock. What a time from Ellie Simmonds. It's 3:04.07. It's another world record performance for Ellie Simmonds of Great Britain. What a swim from Ellie Simmonds. She wins it in a new world record, 0.4 faster than their old mark, which was set last year. Ellie Simmonds takes the gold. Mereshko, what a battle she put up to win the silver medal. A real fight for the bronze. It went to Diodorova, just touching out Oksana Krul at the end. But Ellie Simmonds, well, she was pressurised, and I think that's where the big time came from. Mereshko was right there up until the end of that breaststroke leg.
Well, it was an absolutely blistering swim for Mereshko. She absolutely shattered her personal best. And a fantastic swim from Ellie Simmonds. Goes without saying, doesn't it? She really, really needed not only to win this race, but to win it in a good time. She needed that for herself, her own motivation. She's so far ahead of the rest of the field that she needs to prove to herself that she's still improving, that the move to Loughborough has made sense, and that the work that she's doing there is adding up. Big smile on her face. Loves winning, but absolutely loves improving as well.
And she famously set a world record in this event. It was the first world record that was set in the London Olympic pool at the Olympic and Paralympic Games trials back in 2012. She likes this event very much indeed, and she has dominated it for the last few years. Mereshko could be the one that pushes Ellie Simmonds on to even greater things. Here's the finish. There is no one in sight, but Ellie Simmonds, she wasn't slowing down one bit. And that world record time was the result.
Well, like all great performances, it's always easy to spot a little fault in there. Breathing inside the final 5 metres. Could have been even slightly quicker. And she managed to keep that head down. Of course, easier said than done when you're in the closing stages of the 200 medley, the lung buster.
The women's 200 metres individual medley title goes to Ellie Simmonds in a new world record time.